I'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. I made it.
Glad to have you here at the second annual Crimson and Gold Luncheon. We had a fantastic day today. All of our guests came and learned a lot about Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys. We had our gents introduce themselves, some of our boys who are still at our school, and some of our former students who are now in college. That's our mission, to get as many of these young men from Baltimore City to and through college. And so I'm just grateful for everyone who came out today to support our efforts to try to help these young men make a difference so they could come back to Baltimore and possibly become the mayor or the next governor, somewhere down the line.
I got to get some updates. Is Barney Wilson still around?
No, Dr. Wilson is no longer our principal. Mr. Kelvin Bridgers, who was our assistant principal last year, became our principal this year, and he's done a fantastic job.
Okay. Is Baltimore City acting better toward you?
Yeah, thus far,
Praise God.
Praise God. We've had a wonderful year at the school. No problems with Baltimore City. I think that they're pleased with the progress that we're making. And more importantly, we're pleased because I think we're our biggest critics.
Okay.
And our team is doing a fantastic job.
No, you weren't. They were. Some people were beaming. Okay, I'll just sidestep that. Carl Stokes, I interviewed him this week. I remember 15, 20 years ago, he started a school. And in my interview with him, he said wonderful things about your school. And I look at this school as a continuation of an ongoing effort of not just him, but even the people you started with.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that history.
Well, Carl, former councilman Carl Stokes, has always been a friend and a role model. Really, he did set the pace when they began the Bluford Drew Jemison School, and it was for boys. And, we kind of pattern ourselves after them. They are our predecessors, and we're keeping that torch going. And I'm glad to say that Carl's a friend. He's, whenever we're in the trenches, we need some help, he has my back all the time. Not only my back, but the back of all of our boys at our school.
He's a fighter.
Yes.
And that's one thing he fought for. But there's another guy, when you founded this place, who helped you.
Well, actually, there's another gentleman. His name is Jack Johnson Pennell. Jack Johnson Pennell actually is the visionary for Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys. Jack Johnson Pennell is the founder of Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys. This vision he had was incredible. His determination, his drive to make this thing a reality. It goes without saying that we owe him a tremendous debt of gratitude here in the city of Baltimore, not just in the school, but the city does, because of the way we're impacting the lives of young black boys. I know that Jack is very proud. He's now out in Phoenix, Arizona, starting a new school for boys. And so he's an incredible visionary, and I give him all the credit.
As I was coming in, Scott Phillips was going out. Black Professional Men, please put a plug in.
Well, Scott Phillips and I are co-founders of Black Professional Men, and I see Black Professional Men as a predecessor to this, to Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys. We pledged at that time, our mission was to ensure the future of the African American male, and that's what we're doing at Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys. And so it was the work that we were doing, mentoring young boys at Black Professional Men, doing the Rays of Hope scholarships, where we've given over 250 scholarships to young black men going to college. All of those things set the stage for a place like Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys to come into existence. It was there that I visualized it. I really want to have a school for black boys, and I was fortunate enough to meet Jack Pennell. So I owe a debt of gratitude to Scott Phillips and to Jack Pennell as we've been on this journey together to impact.
This is baseball season, so I'm coming with a curveball. So let me just preface by saying you're not going to like how it starts, but I think you're going to appreciate the end of the question. Are you ready?
Sure.
You play baseball, right?
I played baseball. I never, organized, but yeah.
All right, well, I got a mean curveball.
All right, here we go.
The last time I came over to your school was the first day of school. It was the last time most of us saw Mr. Haysbert. Any thoughts on Mr. Haysbert?
Oh, man.
We were welcoming boys back.
We were welcoming boys back to school on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, we lost Mr. Reginald Haysbert. Mr. Haysbert was always a very supportive brother. He's a role model to me. And we were far apart in age, but he was a little older than me, and his father was obviously a mentor to me, and I got to know Reggie as a result of getting to know his father. But over the years, he, carved out his own path. He was his own man, and he created relationships with people like myself, and supported institutions like our school.
He showed up that day.
He showed up that day. He showed up when a whole lot of other people didn't. He was there to shake hands with those young men and to wish them well and encourage them as they went into a new school year. And so he is sorely missed. His presence is definitely missed, and you just want to shout him out and say, Reggie, thank you for all that you've done, and hopefully you're resting in peace.
So tell me about these young men. Tell me about these young men. Who you got now, man? Who's got next?
Yeah, well, these guys right here, these guys are now our guys that are in college. We took them to England in 2019. So these guys now just completed their freshman year in college. Many of the boys in this picture completed their freshman year in college. And so we're just excited. We take the boys all over the world. And as you saw, we were there at one of the castles. One of the castles.
You got to tell me. Are you? What's your percentage?
Well,
college
Well,
students.
this is what's really exciting. We, on average, 95% of
Praise
our boys
God.
are graduating from high school in 4 years after they leave Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys. 95%, and nearly 50% of all of those boys that graduate are now in college.
So what do we have to do to make it 100%?
Well, since we don't go all the way to high school, what we're doing right now through our Collegiate Pathways program, we're trying to stay in touch with all of our boys and bring them back into the building to provide tutoring to them, to provide scholarship assistance, college application assistance. Thus, we really are trying to pour into our boys.
Maybe we need to ask this governor for 15, 20 million.
Hey, that would be a great thing. If we get 15, 20 million, that would go a long way towards the endowment that we want to build so that this goes on and on forever. That's my dream.
Has the governor been to your school?
The governor has not visited our school yet.
Okay, well, we need to send him this clip because I'm sure, he's big on academics.
Yes.
Did he go to a boarding school himself?
Yes, he did. He went to, I think, Valley Forge
Yeah,
military
so that's not Valley Forge and not soldiers per se, but they in Baltimore, so you're a soldier by virtue of location.
So, and I know he's very supportive of us, and when he finds time in his schedule, he'll make his way to Baltimore Collegiate.
Okay, one last question, because I like to stay out of trouble. How is the Queen?
The queen is doing well. The queen is doing well. She's always happy when her princes are in the house. So my oldest son is home from college, and she's just, trying to overfeed them. Enough, Mom, enough, But she just loves up on our boys, and she's happiest when they're in the house. So as long as the boys are good, she's good. That means I'm good.
You've come a long way since Nguzo Saba.
Umoja Sasa.
Umoja Sasa.
Umoja
Okay.
Sasa.
Messed that all up.
Absolutely.
And
It's all
Redwood
good.
Grill.
Redwood Grill, all these been, Heart and Soul magazine.
Heart and Soul, wow.
Yes. So God has been good. He's blessed me with a great career, and I'm really excited about this period in my career that
Why?
I'm spending it because I'm doing something that I'm really passionate about. And people always say, when you do something that you love, you never work a day in your life. I really don't feel like I'm working a day in my life. I feel like I'm the father to all of these 300 boys that I have, and everything that I want for my sons, Austin and Alex, I want for these young men. I want to make sure that they get the best education they can, the best experiences they can, and the encouragement and the love that we have to pour into them so that they can feel like they're valuable people, that they have a reason for existing, and that they can dream big dreams. And I just want to help facilitate their dreams.
Well, I got a knuckleball for you now. So
Okay.
what you're doing is historic, right?
Well,
Has anyone done this thus far?
Well, I like I said, I think Carl Stokes, he set
But
the
still
pace
doing
with, but still doing it.
Okay.
But
All right, well-
there were guys who had the vision, who made them real, and I always honor those people.
All right, so where's the book? I had to throw it in. That's the knuckleball.
You do ghostwriting, don't you?
Yeah, I can. We're proud of you, Edwin. You make Baltimore proud, and the rest of the country, for that matter.
Thank you very much.
Good deal.
I'm honored.
Yes, sir. Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, and thank you for allowing us to have the Black Wall Street Awards at your school.
Absolutely.
The news before the news, where we uncover the truth.